members of San Jose Fire Department today to the meeting and ask them to demonstrate life-saving equipment that is now available on all frontline fire engines, trucks, and rescue medics across the city of San Jose. I became aware of the need for these devices a few years ago and began to request funding for them in budget documents. After 2 years of requests, the full funding in the third year for all fire engines, trucks, and rescue medics in all stations was awarded. The Lucas 3 mechanical chest compression devices are intended to be deployed when responding to cardiac arrest events to provide uninterrupted chest compressions, greatly enhancing a cardiac patient's chance of survival. 3 recently published medical studies indicate survival rate from cardiac arrest could increase by 11% through the deployment of these kind of devices. San Jose Fire Department responds to more than 1,000 cardiac arrest events every year, and the recent deployment of Lucas devices to all frontline apparatus has the potential to result in approximately 120 additional cardiac survivors each year in the city of San Jose. Please join me in welcoming the San Jose Fire Department's Bureau of EMS and Training Battalion Chief Patrick Chung, Fire Captain Kevin Stidham, Fire Captain Dennis Bell, and from the Bureau of Field of Operations Engine 8 C-Shift crew members, Fire Captain Ryan West, Fire Engineer Christopher Berger, Firefighter and Paramedic Pablo Polidoro, Firefighter Brandon Van Baker. Thank you for coming today, gentlemen.
Ma'am. Non-responsive. Not breathing, no pulse, starting CPR.
2 minutes of CPR initiated.
Good afternoon, everybody. Currently, in Santa Clara County, we do high-performance CPR. This is a very effective method of doing CPR where every crew member has a position that they're responsible for, and the other crew members also know what their positions are when they need to rotate. Recently, we went to a seminar in Seattle where we learned pit crew CPR. Just like when you think of NASCAR or Formula One racing, it takes effective CPR and makes it efficient CPR. This has a better chance of survivability for the patient that's in a shockable rhythm. So what we started doing recently is we started with few interruptions while doing CPR. Science shows that early CPR can increase your chance of survival in a shockable rhythm. Anytime that you are not doing CPR for a maximum of 3 seconds, it'll take you approximately 18 seconds to build that pressure back up in your chest. You need that pressure and you need the flow of the chemicals inside your heart to survive when you have a shockable rhythm. So we're doing high performance CPR for 2 minutes. The EMTs are also starting to own the call. This allows the paramedics to stand back and assess maybe a little bit greater detail of what they're going to do as far as medications, maybe what's caused the patient to go into cardiac arrest, and then that lets them start to think. As you can see, this is a very quiet scene. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. It's a very controlled atmosphere.
15 seconds.
The captain's now speaking to him, telling him we're almost done with the with this cycle of CPR.
5 seconds for rhythm check.
The other thing that we found is that for survivability of CPR, and you can see how fast those individuals just switched out. There was very limited interruption in this.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
She's going to continue doing CPR to get the full 30 seconds to get the full 30 compressions.
30.
The patient, shocking, shock, continue CPR.
Right back on the patient like that. Okay, very limited interruption. For every 1 minute of downtime without CPR, you have a 10% less chance of survival. So that would mean if you had 4 minutes of downtime with no CPR being performed, you only have a 60% survival rate. Another great tool that we have, like Councilmember Deb Davis was saying, is that we now have the Lucas devices on all of our apparatus. The Lucas device is so instrumental for us Because in the past, you weren't able to do high compression CPR, maybe as you're carrying the patient out of the house, or over couches, or up an embankment. Now this allows us to actually do quality, Chris, if you can step out of the way real quick. This allows us to do quality compressions while we're moving the patient. The other big advantage to having the Lucas device is that we're able to transport in the back of the ambulance, and we're able to be seatbelted. In the past, we've been driving down the road code 3 with lights and sirens, and we were not secured just so we could do quality compression. This really frees us up to be seatbelted and work on other tasks. Okay? And you can see in the meantime, the paramedics are also getting all their supplies ready. They're getting their IVs ready, intubation.
Minute and 30 minutes.
And again, we'll concentrate on the compressions of CPR. We'll stop at the next 2 minutes. Currently in our fire department right now, as part of our seldom used skills, we are teaching this. And we're teaching the enhanced methods of actually putting on the Lucas device.
10 seconds for rhythm check. Copy, 10 seconds.
And you can see again how calm and collected the scene is, and allows them to do a better job in thinking of
3,
words.
2, 1. Deep breath. Charging. 4,
In the
5,
past, we've waited to do CPR while it was charging. Now we're working right through that.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm clear, you're clear? Clear.
Hey.
Shock delivered.
All right, thank you guys. Yeah. All right. Thank you.